You're looking at your bank account and no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to save anything substantial. $1,000 in 30 days? It feels out of reach. But what if I told you that achieving this is not only possible but also within your grasp? Even if you're on a tight budget or feel like you don't have any extra to spare? I will break down exactly how to save $1,000 in the next 30 days, using techniques and strategies that don't require major sacrifices, but do require commitment and a fresh approach to your spending habits. The first step is to get crystal clear on your current spending. Most people underestimate how much they spend each month on things they don't truly need. Here's an exercise. Over the next 3 days, track every single expense you make, from your morning coffee to those digital subscriptions you barely use. By just tracking your spending, you're taking control and giving yourself a full view of where your money actually goes. For many, this first step is a game changer, because it's the first time they're seeing in black and white how much those seemingly little expenses add up. For example, let's say you're spending $5 on coffee every day. That's $150 a month. Realizing this alone might be enough to make you want to make a change. Make sure to like and subscribe for more financial tips and strategies. It also helps with the algorithm. Now on to the next step. Now that you're tracking your spending, let's take the next step. Implementing a 30-day no-spend rule on non-essentials. For the next month, everything that's not a need is off the table. This includes dining out, new clothes, apps, and random Amazon orders. You might feel a bit of resistance. After all, spending is part of our daily habits. But remind yourself that this is a short-term challenge with a big payoff. By cutting out these non-essential purchases, you're immediately freeing up a portion of your income that would have otherwise slipped away. And if you need a little motivation, consider putting a picture of something you want to save for on your phone's lock screen. Every time you think about spending on an impulse purchase, look at that picture and remind yourself of your goal. Here's another strategy that will have an immediate impact. Renegotiate your bills. This is a hidden goldmine most people overlook. Call up your utility providers, internet service, cell phone plan, and even your gym. Tell them you're looking to reduce costs and ask if they can offer any discounts or lower plans. You'll be surprised by how often companies will cut you a deal just to keep you as a customer. Even a $20 reduction here and a $15 discount there can add up. And if you're feeling bold, consider calling your credit card company and asking for a lower interest rate. A lower rate means more of your payment goes toward the principal instead of interest, giving you a faster route to financial freedom. Have you ever considered selling items you no longer need? Look around your space. Old electronics, unused furniture, clothes you haven't worn in years. There's a market for almost everything, and platforms like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or local selling apps make it easy to find buyers. Imagine you have a few things lying around that could bring in $100, $200, maybe even $300 when sold. That's a big chunk of your savings goal right there, without having to sacrifice anything but the items you no longer value. Now, let's tackle groceries. This one's a huge money sink for most people. The average person spends hundreds each month on groceries, often more than they realize. By simply planning your meals for the week and sticking to a grocery list, you can cut your spending down by at least 25 to 30%. Another powerful trick is to start buying in bulk for items you use frequently. Look at where you can swap out expensive name brands for store brands. They're often just as good at a fraction of the price. And avoid grocery shopping when you're hungry. That's a sure way to overspend on items you didn't plan for. Over the course of a month, these small shifts can add up to serious savings. Let's not overlook one of the biggest potential sources of extra cash: side hustles. Even if you're busy, there are side gigs that can fit into almost any schedule. Consider signing up for a few hours a week of freelancing, dog walking, tutoring, or delivering food with services like Uber Eats or DoorDash. Imagine making just $50 extra a week. Over 30 days, that's $200 more in your pocket. Combine this with the money you're saving from cutting out non-essentials and you're already halfway to your goal. Another area to look at is your transportation costs. If you drive, could you carpool or take public transportation a few days a week? Gas prices are always fluctuating, and small savings here can add up over a month. If public transport is an option, calculate how much you'd save by taking it instead of driving. Even biking or walking can be viable options depending on where you live. Each day you don't spend on gas or parking fees is more cash toward your goal. And as a bonus, you might even get a little healthier in the process. Now let's talk about those subscriptions that sneak money out of your account every month. Streaming services, gym memberships, cloud storage, apps. You'd be surprised how quickly they add up. Go through your bank statements and identify anything you're not actively using. For the next 30 days, either pause or cancel those subscriptions. Most services let you easily restart them when you need them again, so think of it as a temporary measure to supercharge your savings. Just cutting out a few could easily put another $50 or more back into your account by month's end. One more strategy: cash envelopes. This is an old school trick, but it's highly effective. Set up envelopes for your key categories like groceries, transportation, and entertainment, and put a strict cash limit in each one for the month. Once the cash in an envelope is gone, that's it. It keeps your spending in check and forces you to stick to your budget. You'd be amazed how much less you spend when you're using cash instead of cards because it feels more real. But the most critical part of this journey is setting up a dedicated savings account for this challenge. Open an account if you don't have one already and label it specifically for your goal. Every dollar you save should go straight into this account so that you can watch it grow. Each time you transfer money into it, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment. The visual progress helps keep you motivated, making it easier to stay on track. Finally, let's make sure you're constantly motivated. Saving money, especially at the start, can feel difficult because it's a new habit. So set up small rewards for yourself along the way. Every time you hit a $250 milestone, allow yourself a tiny treat. Maybe it's a special coffee or a movie night. These mini rewards make the process more enjoyable and keep you moving toward your goal without feeling deprived. Let's look at another powerful yet often overlooked approach: meal prepping. Cooking at home consistently is a huge money saver, but to maximize it, meal prepping is key. Set aside 1 or 2 days each week to cook in bulk. You can create a variety of meals that are easy to reheat, ensuring you always have something tasty and ready. Not only will this save you from impulse takeout purchases, but it will also cut down your grocery trips, where it's easy to overspend. You'll find that buying ingredients in bulk and prepping them yourself costs far less than eating out or grabbing pre-made meals. For those of you with a 9-to-5 job, here's another hack: pack your own lunch and bring your own coffee. The average person spends close to $10 a day on lunch alone. By preparing lunches and coffee at home, you can save an easy $50 or more a week, totaling around $200 by the end of the month. And if that's not incentive enough, think about this. What you save in a month by doing this can cover a significant portion of one of your bigger bills or even go toward a future trip or investment. Now consider a short-term, income-boosting move: selling your skills online. Whether it's graphic design, writing, social media management, or even tutoring, you likely have a skill someone is willing to pay for. Websites like Fiverr, Upwork, or TaskRabbit let you list your services and connect with clients quickly. The best part? You don't have to commit long-term. Just a few small gigs here and there can easily add $100 to $300 to your savings goal. With minimal effort, you're stacking extra cash without a huge time investment. Another major tactic in your arsenal should be automating your savings. If you get paid bi-weekly or weekly, set up an automatic transfer from your checking to your savings account right after each paycheck. You can start small, even as low as $25 per paycheck. This way, you're paying yourself first, which is a concept many financial experts swear by. This habit ensures that saving becomes part of your routine, making it feel less like a sacrifice and more like a standard practice. When your savings grow automatically, you'll be surprised at how quickly you reach your target. If you're serious about hitting this $1,000 goal, it's also time to get strategic about cashback programs and rewards. Many grocery stores, gas stations, and online retailers offer cashback deals and loyalty programs that you can take advantage of. Apps like Rakuten and Ibotta let you earn cash back on purchases you'd make anyway. Set yourself a rule for the next month. Every purchase must go through a cashback site or app, and the rewards you earn should go straight to your savings account. It's an effortless way to accumulate extra dollars on purchases you already needed to make. On top of that, consider taking on a short-term part-time gig. It might not be something you want to do long-term, but a temporary side job can fast-track you to your savings target. Even if it's a few hours a week, a part-time job at a retail store or delivery service can easily add a couple of $100s to your savings in a single month. Remember, this is about reaching your short-term goal, and a temporary job, even for just 4 weeks, can be a game changer. As you approach the final stretch, review your progress weekly. Each weekend, take a few minutes to assess how much you've saved and where you can tighten up even further. This habit of checking in ensures you stay motivated and accountable. Maybe you realize you saved an extra $50 on groceries, or you skipped takeout for the week. Whatever it is, give yourself credit for every dollar saved. These small wins keep your momentum high and make it easier to stay committed to the end. And as you continue, don't forget to focus on your ultimate why. Why did you start this challenge in the first place? Whether it's getting a head start on an emergency fund, planning for a trip, or simply proving to yourself that you can save, staying connected to this purpose will carry you through any moments of doubt. Whenever you're tempted to spend impulsively, remind yourself of your reason for saving and use it to fuel your discipline. In these final days, bring in everything you've saved from side gigs, automated savings, and cutting back on extras, and funnel it into your savings account. Each dollar you add now gets you closer to that $1,000 goal, building a sense of achievement that's as powerful as the financial boost itself. After 30 days, you'll not only have saved $1,000, but you'll also have learned valuable habits and strategies to continue building wealth well beyond this month. You'll know where your money goes, you'll be in control of your expenses, and most importantly, you'll have proven to yourself that saving is not only possible, but achievable with the right strategies and a solid commitment. Now imagine looking at that savings account, seeing a full $1,000 and knowing you earned every bit of it. You've taken the first step to financial success by saving $1,000. Now let's talk about creating real wealth. Click the video on your screen to find out how to start your journey to becoming a millionaire even on a low salary. Thanks for watching.